Hello, folks. This is Real Honesty with John Rithlin. I'm John Rithlin with a shot voice and no hearing. That is
the Derbinator
with a shot voice as well. We just got back from NXT Seattle at the Paramount Theater. My God, that was fun.
Yes, and the seats were a lot closer than we were anticipating.
I actually thought, like, just with the seating arrangement, I was like, okay, you know, we'll be about middle.
Yeah.
We were really close. We were probably 50 feet from the ring.
Yep.
That was really nice. Great theater, Paramount Theater.
Great theater, slow crowd, you know.
I mean, right? Oh God, jeez, it was like the cattle going to the slaughter trying to leave. But Vic Joseph hosted, and he did well.
Yep.
I think at least I hope it was Vic Joseph. If it wasn't, I apologize for whoever you are.
You look like
you kind of look like
Control V.
Control V. He did a really good job and participated on the Too Sweet, which the NWO did the original Too Sweet hashtag fuck the Young Bucks.
Gross.
Not that way. They're also brothers. That would be worse. And I don't swing that way. No Way Jose, though, kicked off the second straight NXT show I've been to. This is the first one you've been to.
Yeah.
But No Way Jose fired up the crowd. That was great. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I mean, we were already starting to feel it with the voices. Jose, 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 Jose. And Kona Reeves doing a Secret Service type stripper thing, whatever he was doing.
You want me to take off my shirt? All right.
Chris, I don't know if the viewers, they probably want it from you more than me, but I mean.
Yeah, my flabby torso.
Got them great big man. Oh, God, this review's not even 2 minutes in, and we're already talking about man boobs. Anyway, it was a fun match. I think Kona Reeves has got a bright future.
Yeah.
No Way Jose, despite the goofy gimmick and the goofy setup, that was good.
Yeah.
And that guy's a really good athlete. He has really sold me on how good he is in the ring. It's great at firing up the crowd. Great opener, hot opener. Kona Reeves is a pretty good heel. I think we know a couple more. He's going to need... I agree. We are really blitz tired.
It's 11:20.
He had to work, and I don't sleep either. So
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the tweak.
Yes.
But that was a fun opener. Kona Reeves, like I said, good heel. No Way Jose. And really got the crowd fired up. Then Lars Sullivan, the brick of meat that... My God.
The bearded Nate Johnson that he is.
And Jesus Christ. I mean, that guy just...
Seth Rollins?
Jesus Christ, our great Lord. But that was... He's big guy. And then faced a former Seahawk and Dolphin, just practice squad member. You just looked that up?
Yep.
Demetrius Bronson.
Which is why I had never heard of him.
I had heard the name, but I think I heard of his college career more than anything, but... Pretty good.
Yeah, he did
really
a
good
great job.
Really good for a former football player. Sold like
Local
crazy.
Guy too. He's from Kent.
Oh, he is from Kent. That's right. You were looking that up. Lars, and that guy is going to be just fine by about late 2018, early 2019. He's going to need some more seasoning, like thyme and oregano, but that guy's going to be good.
Oh yeah,
that guy's going to be good. He's already got the big brutish heel thing down. So, and Demetrius did fine. That was probably the least match of the night, and nothing against both those guys.
It was intended to be more of a squash match,
right? With Demetrius doing well, he got a good pop, and it was good stuff for what it was. But yeah, so and then you had Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black, and my God, the crowd went insane. I mean, Almas got a pretty good pop because he is really, really talented.
Oh yeah, he is.
The problem is his gimmick, his heel gimmick's fitting him better. His face gimmick not so good. Aleister Black though, hugely over, and that theme is great live. But of course, Aleister Black just hitting the black mass at the end, all the kicks, Cien catching himself in the ropes, just like that, like T.J. Perkins does.
Yeah.
Which I think
it's classic cruiserweight move.
Yeah, I think almost did it first before Perkins, but yeah, like I mean, Ray has done it, Eddie's done it, a lot of people done it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of good people.
Fuck, I'm sure El Santo did it.
He also was in Samson versus the Vampire Women. That was a great MST. But anyway, That was really fun. That was a really fun match. I'd seen this on NXT TakeOver San Antonio back in January. It was enjoyable. Andrade played a great heel. Alistair, that jump from the ropes and into just folding his legs. I'm just like, that just. I mean, what do we say? I mean,
nope.
The thing, I would have given up.
I am done with this match. Thank you. Goodbye.
But Alistair Black got the win, and it was great stuff. Really, really enjoyable.
Well worked.
Very well worked. It was Cien's really finding his groove as a heel, and Alistair's just great as a face. Even though he has the calm, brutish demeanor about it, was nice that he played to the crowd afterwards. High-fived a few of them. That was really cool. Mm-hmm. It was really odd setup because they had the ring on the stage and then like about 2 rows of people, and then that's it. And I'm just thinking, next time they might not want to have the seats by the on the stage.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but it was still fun.
I'm just saying.
But Alistair Black did well, so Cien, it was a great match.
Yep.
And then Asuka appeared. I swear I did not fanboy at all. Not.
He totally did.
I totally fanboyed. My God, I would give anything.
She's a lovely lass.
God, I would give anything to be close to her. And not in a court. No, Asuka just, my God. And I mean, I normally, and I mean, this is a bit, this is not trying to make me sound horrible. I normally don't go for Asian women, but my God.
If it's not your type, it's not your type.
Oh, just her,
You can save Asuka for me.
She probably would go for you more than she would for me. So
yeah, right.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Chris, you're more into the gaming and stuff like she is. Anyway, but Asuka, nobody can beat Asuka. And then Billie Kay and Peyton Royce come out, and I'm just gonna let you take away with what you said.
Well, John got to hear some of my professional heckling. Like those two have screeching voices like you would not believe, and I'm sitting there, I'm listening to this, I'm like, so I just go, you sound like 1,000 nails on the chalkboards of hell.
Or
you're like 2 Fran Dressers.
If you know what Fran Drescher is, which I'm not sure what Fran Drescher is, but anyway, Billie and Peyton played their roles well. Yeah. They are very good heels, and then they tried to push Asuka around, and that did not go.
The crowd, Asuka's gonna kill you.
And Asuka proceeded to kick the crowd. By the way, Billie and Peyton are absolutely lovely, also, and Australian. But they got.
So do they like to mate?
They do like to be close to each other in pics, so I wish. Billie looks for Peyton's flower that she has, her lotus flower.
I love that old joke. Australians, they don't have sex. They mate.
Sorry about your coffee mate. That was great. Asuka beating the crap out of them.
Yep.
That was good stuff. Asuka just looking great. My God. Again, did not fan. I did.
You totally did. It's okay. I did too.
Right. It was hard not to. It was hard not to, that is. Asuka was just great, though. I'm disappointed she didn't wrestle, but that's okay. That's okay. We got to see some women. Damn it. You would think that eventually that would stop getting me, the eyebrows thing, which just always gets me every time.
It's great fuzzy caterpillars that I got that make people laugh.
Hashtag fuzzy caterpillars? Gross. Anyway. Then the Velveteen Dream, Orlando Jordan's TNA gimmick lives on.
Discount Prince.
I mean, Prince kind of would be at a discount at this point.
And those really didn't look like velveteen pants. They looked like velour.
Velour. Ugh. I didn't want to say anything about the Velveteen Pearl necklaces he had.
Yes.
But he faced Drew McIntyre. Well, it was nice knowing you, Velveteen.
Yeah, right.
He did well, though.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did very well. Patrick Clark. That's his name, tough enough.
And it wasn't something like Drew had to carry the match or anything. They did excellent on their own. They didn't need each other's help to get spots done.
Right. And
other than what was required of them.
Right, other than, working safely and stuff like that. No, Patrick.
And that's great to see, especially against a big name like Drew.
Yeah, and Drew, it's like, this is the second time I've seen Drew live. The other time was in a dark match. Him versus Daniel Bryan at Over Limit 2011 on a dark match. Yet Ezekiel Jackson got on the main card. And they had Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler in a Kiss My Foot match. Bret Hart got to appear, though. That was cool. Moving back to that. Velveteen Dream, though. I thought
the Bernie Sanders, no.
You just made the social list. Anyway, so
The socialist.
so Velveteen Dream. God, I just came up with that. Yeah. Velveteen Dream, though, I thought he did very well. Drew is incredible. Just great job by Drew. He should be NXT champion before too long. If not by Brooklyn 3, by TakeOver. And if they have TakeOver right before Survivor Series, he should be champion by then.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, I could see it that Drew gets the championship. Rude goes to the main roster to get the international, or the Intercontinental Championship. Hello, I am the tired.
You know what? I think actually they should rebrand. He should win the U.S. title. He should be on SmackDown, win the U.S. title. Imagine if he did, because you'd be another Canadian who's champion. Him and AJ could have some great matches. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Drew's incredible for a guy that size, and hitting the Claymore at the end. You know, the running Yakuza kick, as Nigel calls it, but it's called the Claymore.
Which makes more sense for someone who's Scottish.
That's
although I think it'd be more appropriate to call it the Claymoren, but whatever.
Right? Yeah, true. Then we went to intermission. And then we came back with 2 championship matches and a women's match. Championship match, Heavy Machinery and AOP. Boy, those were some big guys.
Yeah.
It was like
there were big sweaty men chants coming from the crowd.
Hashtag big sweaty men chants.
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
I mean, he does. He really does.
I'm not a big fan of King Ross, but that one will stick with me.
That's really all that King Ross has done is been any good.
Yeah.
Heavy Machinery did pretty well. I gotta admit, it's like I'm not sold on the gimmick necessarily, but they're into it, and they work pretty well as a team.
Yeah.
And Otis moves so much damn better. Otis Djokovic, I think that's how to say his last name.
I'm gonna call him Dorkovich.
Dorkovich. You ever?
It's a good kind of dork.
Yes. The kind that I wouldn't want to mess with me. But him and Tucker work well together, and Authors of Pain are a project. They worked a lot better here than they did on TV. They botched a lot. I'm just saying. Maybe it's being on TV that makes them nervous. I don't know. But maybe they just...
Staged right.
Well, no, it's true. Well, it could be. And it could just be the spots that they were given. I don't know.
Maybe it was chalked up to inexperience at first, but they're gaining more experience.
Yeah. And Paul Ellering.
And leveling up.
Yes. Level up. Paul Ellering is helping them. I mean, he wasn't there tonight. But they did well, and they retained. Duh. We're not going to have a title change on a house show. NXT never does that. Like last year. But that was enjoyable. Enjoyable tag match. I mean, Authors of Pain were going to win, and they won very kind of decisively. I mean, you had...
I don't think so. Some of the spots that Otis did were just money.
Friggin' Otis, like, picking up one... I don't remember which AOP member he picked up, because they're kind of not... they're kind of indistinct. But that was... Otis, like, showing off his strength.
One is bulky and one is hefty.
Authors of Pain?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know the difference. One's Akam and one's Razor.
Well, one's got a lot of muscle mass and one has a massive muscles.
This is true, but I just... I guess I'll have to, like, figure out which one's which. I don't know. An ass of muscles. Ew. But it was enjoyable. And then you had Ember Moon versus Ruby Riott. Ruby.
The crowd.
Ruby. That was a split crowd.
Oh, yeah. And it was great.
It was great. Great women's match.
Of course, NXT crowds are always very passionate people.
Seattle's also are for this reason. We don't get shows that often.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It also wasn't in the Key Arena, so people were especially happy.
We didn't have those seats. It destroyed our knees. Those of us with incredibly bad knees. But yeah, that was really good. Ruby Riott. Wow, Ruby's hot in person.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. I mean, bravo to her. Her and Ember Moon, great. It was a great match.
Yeah.
Very, very well worked. Ember almost... I can't figure out who worked the heel there. I don't know if it was necessarily...
I think it was really established at the end who was the heel and who was the face.
All right. Ember was more the heel.
They both weren't really too heel there. They were acting in between there. They were switching back and forth just a little bit on each side of the meter. But
it's funny that you were doing this,
right?
And now I was just thinking about Ruby.
So I mean, inevitably at the end, Ember comes up, helps up Ruby, and
yeah. The Eclipse is really cool to see live.
Yeah.
But that was really nice. I hope Ruby was just selling her neck. I really hope, because I was worried at first because she had tape on her shoulder. So I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
But that was really impressive. Hats off to both ladies. I would really, besides the main event, I would say match of the night is between either Almas and Black, the women, or the NXT title match.
One thing to sum up how into the women's wrestling match was the fact that people were chanting
women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, which that's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good sign.
The crowd was far more into the women's match than they were nearly every other match that was on the card tonight.
I think really besides Almas and Black, I think
it was more over than Almas.
Well, yeah, but you get my point. I mean, it's like the energy their energy was up for that, but yeah, the energy eclipsed that.
Yeah.
Yes, as Ember hit the eclipse.
I mean, the only thing that people got more into was, well,
Bobby Roode's entrance.
Yeah.
But
primarily his entrance.
Right. It was a well-worked match between him and Roderick Strong.
Yeah. Although I think people need to, chime down on the Fight Forever chants.
Yeah, that kind of... We did that, I think that was during Almas and Black, that was during Ember and Ruby, and then it was during Strong and Rude.
Then again, it speaks to the passion of the NXT crowd and the quality of the roster.
Yeah, the performers. Which, yes, NXT is kind of plateaued. It's no fault of the talent. I'm talking about the weekly TV. But this was an example of just how great the crowds could be. And yeah, they had the intermission. It only went 2.5 hours, which is actually less time than last year's was, because last year's was about 3 hours. And that's fine.
Yeah.
We were glad about it because we had to get home. And I had to be up in about 6 hours. So, but that was really enjoyable. I mean, match of the night, it's hard to say.
I'm going to stick with the women's match.
I'll agree. I mean, the only reason I say hard is because everybody really
Think about it. 5 years ago, would we have ever said the women's match was even in the running for the match of the night?
No, not even close. And here's why. And not that the women didn't try hard, but the women weren't given enough time.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Well, and also you had Kelly as champion. That didn't help.
You have 2 first names.
She didn't know her lines. They figured they repeated it.
Moving on from that. Kelly.
It's a Bork laser. Rude, though. Rude is a great heel. Strong, very sympathetic babyface. But Rude, even though he was a heel, he was soaking that up. He was really enjoying it. But I'm so happy for Bobby Roode and so happy for Roderick Strong. Hats off, even though I don't have one, he does. But to all the women.
No,
to all the women. Right. To all the women on the show, all the men on the show, great effort. Thank you so much for coming out. Sorry if you had to deal with Seattle traffic. That was just Seattle traffic. It took us 40 minutes to get from one like about 10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
About that was ridiculous. But anyway, that was just 2 there. Great stuff though. Really fun.
Oh yeah,
really enjoyed it. I'm really glad we went. Really glad I had this guy to go with because I don't think I would have had nearly as much fun.
I'm glad too.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, and you paid for parking, so it was all good.
Yeah,
because parking in Seattle's a bitch. But anyway, I would say just definitely an A+ show.
Oh yeah,
A+ show, fantastic.
There was no sore spot the entire show. I mean, I couldn't point out one thing and said that could have been done better because it couldn't.
Everybody worked hard. Everybody hit
unless I was nitpicking, and if I'm nitpicking, well,
then you're me. Because I nitpick.
And no one wants to be.
No, it's true. No, I only nitpick because I've watched it for so long, and I watch stuff looking back, but like WCW shows. But anyway, let us be done with this review because we
are tired as fuck.
Yes, I have to work. I have to work an 8-hour shift tomorrow. You fortunately have the day. Even though you work today, you fortunately have the day off, so you can sleep in. Woohoo! And Chris, wake up, my man. Anyway, the derby fell off. Anyway, This is Real Honesty with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland. That. And you know who he is. Anyway.
You know my name.
Bitch.
Wait, no you don't.
See ya.